Today we're going to be talking about my top favourite YouTubers of 2000... Today we're going to be talking about my top favourite YouTubers of 2016. Siri. This is Siri. She's the Riri cat. She's a little bit special. Say hi to the camera. Oh. See? You just fall over. So I'm going to start this off with talking about my favourite tech channels. And you can't talk about tech without talking about MKB HD. I love this guy because he just has such a passion for pushing tech to the brink. I remember he was one of the first guys to incorporate 4K on YouTube. And now, while everyone's finally caught up to 4K, he's moved on to 8K. He just seems to have found his own little niche, kind of like being the phone guy. I love how at the end of each year he has the Smartphone Awards, which is just a 20-minute video where he just talks about all the phones he thinks are the best. And you can't talk about MKB HD without talking about Team Crispy. And I can't talk about all of Team Crispy because they seem to be multiplying. But my favourite people in Team Crispy would have to start with Jonathan Morrison. Apart from having the coolest name in the world, I don't think you'll come across anyone with quite as much passion for mood lighting than you would with Jonathan Morrison. But one of the things that sets Jonathan apart from the rest of Team Crispy is the emotion that he puts into his reviews. Sometimes with tech reviews, they can just get a little bit too, I don't know, emotionless. And old mate Jonathan isn't afraid to get a little bit frustrated on camera sometimes. And there was this one particular video recently where he just went completely away from tech and just told us all about his health situation over the past few years, which was honestly really refreshing to see from a tech reviewer. Alright guys, it's stinking hot out here. I know you peeps in America are dealing with snow right now, but it's like 35 degrees Celsius. So we're bailing this bushland and we're going into the beach, and we'll continue the review there. I lie when I say I'm alright. Invisible me when I close my eyes. And it's funny how you never come. So we got down here to Merimbula. The clouds have come over. It's like a good 10 degrees cooler here, so I'm pretty stoked. But now I want to talk to you about my favourite vloggers. And you can't talk about 2016 and vlogging and not mention Casey Neistat. I mean, the guy absolutely reinvented the term vlog. There's not a vlogger out there that hasn't been hugely impacted or influenced by it. Whether it's the boosted board thing or the health drink thing or the huge studio thing or just everything Casey Neistat. There was just something about the guy that everyone loved. And even though some of us saw it coming, we were all really bummed out when he announced about a month ago that he was no longer going to do daily vlogging. And while that sucks, it does kind of leave room for the rest of us to try and make our own space and stop living in his shadow, because honestly, he is to vlogging what Metallica is to heavy metal. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. You should know. And that leads me to my next favourite vlogger, and that's a guy named Mr. Ben Brown. Now, Ben Brown is a South African guy who I think was a professional athlete, and then one day just decided to pick up a camera, and now that's kind of become his job. And while he travels around the world doing video projects for people, he just vlogs it. I could be wrong on that. And while I love Ben's everyday vlogs, I think the thing that I love about him most is his visual vibe videos. Now, if you haven't watched his visual vibe videos, pretty much you're missing out on the most beautiful, epic videos that are on YouTube. I think his last one was like in Alaska or the Atlantic or something like that. I can't remember, but I'll leave a link in the description. They are amazing. And that brings me to my third favourite vlogger of 2016, and that's Sarah Dietschy. Now, Sarah Dietschy's fame took a huge turn upwards when Casey Neistat actually shouted her out. Got some water going on here. But before that even happened, she was really dedicated to the idea of enabling all the creatives in the world to just go out and do their thing. She just has this really quirky way of documenting her life as she tries and, I don't know, just works her way into success. And it's kind of inspiring to watch. And out of all the vloggers that I watch, I kind of feel like she's the one who nails Snapchat the most. So make sure you check Sarah Dici out. So guys, it's like 8:30 at night before New Year's Eve, and the view is absolutely amazing. I just wanted to finish off talking about my favorite discussion-based channels. And I need to say before I get into this part that all of these guys on the list I actually really disagree with sometimes, and to be honest, sometimes I kind of hate them. But that doesn't change the fact that they have amazing discussion capabilities and are able to talk about anything. And the first guy I wanted to talk about was Joe Rogan and the Joe Rogan Experience. This guy talks about everything from hunting to fighting to anything that the guest happens to be talking about when they come in. He is an amazing conversationalist, probably one of the best. And the second person I wanted to talk about was Brian Fantano from The Needle Drop. Now, The Needle Drop is a channel that just does music reviews and album reviews. And this guy has rediscovered the lost art of being a music critic. Again, like I said, I don't really necessarily agree with everything the guy says, but it doesn't change the fact that he's really good at doing what he does. Now, the last guy I want to talk about is Russell Brand. Russell Brand is pretty much your leftist, socialist kind of opinionated guy. But you can't deny the fact that he's extremely witty. His thoughts on spirituality, politics, and sociology are refreshing. And while sometimes, like I said, but sometimes, yeah, he does get a little bit too full on, like he's a little bit too extremist, you know, anti-capitalist, but I still love the guy. I love the input that he brings into my life, and I love the way he challenges the way that I think. There you go, guys. They're my top favorite YouTubers of 2016. Leave in the comments who your favorite YouTubers are. If you're new to this channel, my name's Gabeski and Hutch. Make sure you subscribe, and please share this channel. See you later.